Or what happened? Or did she just get too old?
I think she got to it.
Alright, started it.
Huh?
Yeah.
Alright. So, I'm actually going to Fort Lauderdale tonight. Pretty excited. I was supposed to go tomorrow, but I changed my flight. And I'm going to be back tomorrow before Friday. I think I'm coming back early Friday morning.
Yeah.
Spend some time with my aunt. It's going to be pretty cool. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to part of just been living life, bro. Hustling, have a job at the hospital. So, what's the topic for this podcast?
Yeah, so let's talk about like me and Adam.
Let me sit over here actually.
Me and Adam. So like we go to parties and stuff, but we're not like part of a frat. You know, we don't like condone like a specific frat and everything like that, right? And I feel like people that are part of one frat, right, they're only part of that frat, and they don't go to other parties, and they don't get different experiences and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think my opinion of frats is, I think the idea and concept, it has been changed over the past decades. I think if you go back to like the 1970s and 80s, fraternities made a lot of sense, and they were about brotherhood and about love. I think nowadays it's just about being fucking crazy once in a while and drinking every fucking day. I think it's bullshit. I think it's demonic work. I think it's fucking disgusting. I drink, but I don't drink every fucking day. I drink socially when I'm with friends or when I'm out.
Like if you were part of a frat, you wouldn't be working at that hospital.
I would probably have lost it.
Yeah.
I don't have time to be in a fraternity. There's a lot of things you need to do, including that easy. I got bids, you know.
Yeah,
there were people,
you gotta suck.
I'm not gonna name who. There were a lot of people from Rutgers saying you should be in a frat. You should do this. You should do that. I'm not gonna name them. And I simply know my worth, and I'm not gonna waste my time on that. You know, have I considered joining one? Absolutely. But I think at the end of the day, I want to live freely. If I need girls, I just call them on my phone. If I want pussy, I just call my phone.
Yeah, that's
I do whatever the fuck I want.
That's the importance.
No restrictions.
Social media, like networking and stuff, is
Yes.
that, you know, you could literally be working while you're on the clock. You hit up a shot and you're like, yo, you want to bang? She's like, yeah, sure.
That's it.
That's it. You don't gotta be part of no frat. You know, I feel like the main thing about frats is that like their houses are very dirty and grimy and stuff, right?
It's
So
fucking disgusting.
they talk about how they you know, yeah, so you pull up here, you know, we get the girls, the parties and everything like that, but it's like very dirty beds, dirty basements and stuff. They don't sanitize anything, right? You know, people be, you know,
The floors are crazy.
catching like these diseases and stuff.
Yeah, I think it's fucking disgusting.
I think that this is why you should work your ass off from 18 to 22, invest into crypto, invest into all of these new projects, right? And just like, you know, understand that, you know, like the earlier you start, the better off you're going to be in the future. If you're spending time around like the right people and around the right energy, you know, you have to balance your life.
When it comes to balancing life, let me just tell you something. I'm taking 20 credits this semester. I work full time. I go to parties every fucking weekend. And I work out. I am becoming the ultimate human. And I think that it's very difficult to maintain all those four things and be great at them. And so far, I've sustained a level of excellence. And a lot of people have, it's not even about whether to do it. I think anybody can do it. It's whether you want to. There's always the determination, the passion. And from a very young age, I've always wanted to become greater every day, every step of the way. Right? So in high school, you know, especially like the first half, I used to fuck around a lot. I didn't take school seriously. You know, I didn't have a growth spurt, all that shit. It wasn't working. I was a bum, right? Junior year comes in, I start working a little bit, and then senior year, I realized that life is catching up now, and it's gonna get serious. So I start working a little bit harder, right, than everybody else. I get my GPA, one of the top in the class, go to Rutgers, scholarship, boom, right? And it's just like everything kind of fell.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people, they're like dead inside. I feel like a lot of people, like, you know, if they were doing something like Adam is doing now and stuff, and they, you know, they wouldn't be as like successful as him and everything like that, right? You know, a lot of people when they turn 18, they just die inside and they like disappear. There's some people that completely disappear, right? And that's a good thing. That's a good thing for me and Adam is that, you know, we could work our asses off, right? And we wouldn't have those people competing against us, right? So, because they already disappeared, right? you know, life has been way too tough on them and everything like that, too tough on their soul, and they can't handle the pressure. And
it's different now because before I had no connections. Now I know a lot of people, and I'm at a position, and you are too, where I'm gonna be successful, and I don't give a fuck about
yeah,
what it
and
takes.
girls are starting
I
to
think
catch
that's
up.
scary as shit.
And the fact that very attractive girls are starting to catch up to my success and everything, that proves that I'm doing something right, right? You know, like I need to make sure that those girls are only my girls and that other guys aren't going for them, right?
Yeah.
Because
And look, I'm getting my apartment in fucking August, like my own place. I'm 18 and I'm moving out of my parents' house. That's something to be fucking. That's remarkable as fuck. You don't hear about shit like that. There are 30-year-olds with full-time jobs that still live with their fucking parents. I'm 18. I'm 18, bro. Fucking 18. You know, independently. I pay for my food. I pay for transportation. Everything. I haven't asked for money from my parents in 1.5 years. In a year and a half, bro. Think about that shit.
yeah, you see, I started working out, and you know, we got this flow going and stuff, right? You know, he owns the Rutgers parties, I own East Coast parties, and you know, we kind of just like, he has a lot of connections there, I have a lot of connections here. You know, we kind of come together, and you know, we just become more powerful together. You know what I mean? Like, you know, that's important. It's very important.
But yeah, in terms of frats, I just think it's a waste of time. It's a waste of money. I'm not against partying. I think everybody at this point knows I love to party, but I just think hang on to one chapter of something and like participating in the hazing and all this shit, I think it's bullshit.
Yeah, you're basically feeding into the frat boys' energy when you're trying to rush a frat. That's the thing. You're feeding into the frat guys' energy, right? You know, you're basically sucking their dicks. It's like, oh, I'm gonna buy you cigarettes and stuff, right? And then let's say and then you're like, oh, I want a cigarette too. Oh, I want to try it. You know, oh, and you guys smoke together. It's like, you know, like learn how to breathe, bro. Like just breathe and break it.
Some of these people don't know how to breathe normally. That's the fucking problem.
Yeah.
They need the vape every 5 seconds.
It's like
Like,
their lifestyle. Now.
please.
It's like their lifestyle.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm getting texts from these girls. It's important. I'll take her.
No, yeah, it's just important, you know, like, and if you have like, you can't just have like one girl. You have to have multiple options and stuff, and you know, that's it.
Well, it depends. For me personally,
I'm never gonna plan on getting married, right? Because I was having a conversation with this one girl the other day, and she was like talking to me about like, oh, marriage. I want to get married and shit, right? But then
look, I just think the idea of a man and a woman that are fully committed, that actually love and respect each other, I think that's a beautiful concept. Do I think it's very rare? Absolutely. Do I think that a lot of people fail it? Yes. But I don't think it's impossible. And me personally, I've done everything. I fucked girls, and all that shit. And I kind of do want something real. But you know, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm gonna live my life. And all of my dreams and goals go above the woman. Never make the woman your top priority, especially in college. Because what you should care about is not about the girl. You gotta care about yourself first. You can't let this bitch serve you. Period. You know. I've been going through shit.
yeah, that's why even like let's say I have a girl that really likes me and stuff, right? You have to test that girl.
Absolutely.
If let's say a girl likes you, so you have to test that girl. You have to be like, listen, like sometimes I'm not going to be available for you. Sometimes I got these goals in mind and everything like that, right? And she's gonna have more.
She's gonna respect you
at the end of the day.
If you're always available, it's bullshit.
Yeah, so that's why
be easily replaced.
some people they devote all their time. It's like, oh, I'm gonna be with this girl, and if I'm always nice to her, then that means that she's gonna want to have a kid with me and everything like that. Like that's not
Let me
true.
give you an example. Right? We all know the recent thing that happened, right? Now, if you're a female and you were talking to a guy that paid for everything he had, treat you like a man, respect you, this and that, right? You may think he's a pussy, right? Later on, right? I mean, in the moment. And then with the girl, here's what the girl's gonna do. She's gonna go to these parties. She's gonna get fucked, dick down, disgusted, everything. And then she's gonna realize, holy shit, I lost a good guy. Wow! These guys that are fucking me are pieces of shit. They don't do anything for me. they're gonna drop out of school. They have no passion or career. I know what the fuck I want, and I'm making money,
Yeah.
and I'm working out. So yes, I'm entitled to say certain things.
Yeah, I feel like
And that's it.
a man is entitled, like, you know, they talk about like the Muslim religion and stuff. I feel like, you know, a man is entitled to, you know, have at least some type of control over a girl if he's making most of the money and stuff, you know.
What do you mean by control?
Like, you know, he just tells her what to do and stuff, you know. For him and stuff, you know, like that's that like
Well,
you know,
I'm not Muslim, so I'm not gonna comment.
yeah. I just feel like, you know, powerful men, they're entitled to bitches that are down to throw ass on them. You know what I mean?
I just think that.
and like you know, you need like cause I hate some girls. I kind of like don't like them and stuff because like they're like they're not down to throw ass, right? What's the use if you ain't down to throw ass? Like I be having that mindset and stuff because like at the end of the day, like let's say you meet a girl or let's say a complete menace to society walks into the room, right?
Yeah.
And you know, let's say that guy he's a menace to society, right? And you want to manifest that menace energy and you want to manifest that power. Is that you know you're gonna come in like a man, you straight up tell that girl like, hey, like I want to get with you. Okay, maybe not you, but then your friend and stuff, right? You know, and then you know, they both deny you. That guy, he leaves both of those girls and he goes to like a party or something, right? And he gets with a more attractive girl, right? Now, that girl is gonna have more respect for you, right? Now that you're making moves and you're always doing that, that means that you overcame an obstacle like that, right? Weak men, they don't overcome obstacles quickly, right? And it takes them like a while to overcome obstacles, and then they're always overthinking, they're always in their head, right? But they're not taking action. That's why I take action, even when it comes to hanging out with people and stuff, is that like, you have to be the first one to take action sometimes, right? You know, let's say, you know, you fuck with that person, you see some potential, you know, you gotta be the first one to take action, right? And, you know, it's just picking yourself up from your feet, you know, that's important, you know, always make moves, and, you know, that girl that I tried to get with before, now, I'm in her private story where she's posting these booty pics and everything like that. She sees me as an alpha male, right? Her first perception is that I'm not an alpha male, but that's the main thing I need to manifest in my life, is power, right? And that's how power works.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm right. I know I'm right. And you see the Matrix, they try to nerf me, but they can't. They just can't. I got the beamer and shit, right? Let's say people, when they see guys in like BMWs and stuff, then what happens is that they look at you and their perception of you is high, right? That's why I got the BMW and stuff, right? You know, because it's a whole manifestation process and stuff, you know? Sometimes you're on the road, you want to go fast and stuff, yeah, go ahead, you know? If you want to be first all the time, then manifest that. Your manifestations will come true, and girls will start being good to you. Adam, what do you have to say about this?
About what?
What I'm saying.
In terms of, sorry.
Everything that I'm saying.
Can you repeat it?
Let's talk about manifesting power.
Good energy. Yeah, I believe that if you want something in the universe, and you do the work for it, there's two different types of people in this world. There's people that all they do is talk. They talk a bunch of shit. Oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and then nothing happens. They become an average person. And then there's the other person where they actually put their head down, do the hard work, barely talk, and they actually fucking get what they want.
Yeah.
You know, me, I told my parents when I went to Rutgers, I'm like, I'm gonna start working at the hospital. I'm gonna get a good job, and it's gonna be a lot of what I want to do. And they nobody helped me with the interview and all this shit, and I had to, like, my dad's friend, yes, he works at the hospital, but people don't understand how hard it is to like land the interview, get hired on the same day, do what I do. I got promoted, by the way. It's an EDCCT, so I make more money on bonus for night shifts. Like, that's not normal.
Yeah.
While maintaining a right now I have a 3.5 GPA, so I calculated the things. If I get I think it's a 3.7 or higher, I'm on the fucking Dean's list. Think about it, Dean's list, work at the hospital, going to the gym, do whatever the fuck I want. That's the ultimate, like, what more could somebody want? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it, yo.
That has to be respected.
That's how it is. Yeah. That's very true.
How's that granola bar good?
It's actually really good. It has nuts in it, so it actually bro. I've been addicted to these shits, and you know why? Because nuts, they actually make you think better. Like they actually make you think better and stuff, right? So it's also sweet, right? So that's why, like, if you look at like the cashews or whatever you call them, there's like nuts that they look like a brain, or walnuts, right? They look like your brain. They make my brain think better. I don't know, bro.
Damn.
Like it's protein. It's protein. Your body's letting you know that this is good food and stuff. It's important to eat healthy.
It's like looking at the TV.
Yeah, love it. But I mean, so in terms, I want your opinion on this. In terms of the state of, how do you think our society is in terms of how women are viewed, how men are viewed? Do you think there's an unfair balance right now in terms of gender equality? Because here's my opinion. First of all, I have a mother. She's female. I love her to death. I would kill anybody for her. Anybody. I love women because a lot of people in my family are women, and they've done nothing but remarkable things for me. You know, I think that women should be protected, of course, and loved. And I think that they're very beautiful creatures. And the only issue I have in modern society, I'm not saying all women, I'm saying there is a group, there is a very small group of women.
They found ways to finesse the matrix.
Hold on. They think that they're entitled to certain things. There are some women that expect you to pay for every little shit that they need in their fucking life. And I have a fucking problem with that. And somebody needs to fucking say it.
Because girls, they found a way to low-key kind of finesse the matrix. Like, they're pushing feminism now to the point where it's like, it's making men weak. You know?
Well, no female's gonna make you weak, but
I'm just saying that, like, men are getting weaker. The average testosterone counts are getting lower and shit. Like, how much more feminism are we gonna push here and shit? My message is to keep the masculinity and to keep all this stuff, because, like, that's important.
Yo, my beard looks big as fuck.
I mean, it is big as fuck. It is big as fuck.
Look at terrorist. But yeah. It's like the replay. And then Danny's eating the granola bar, very big bite. But nah, bro, look, I'm gonna floor in like a couple hours, right? I'm just fucking chilling, like, a lot of
that's just my message. My message, bro. I just ate this shit. I feel 10 times smarter, bro. Bro, my message is that
everybody's in Fort Lauderdale, by the way.
Yeah, we need to make sure, like, men, they have, like, cause girls be moving around sometimes. Like, they be like moving and shit. Like, I feel like, you know, you gotta, like, understand that, like, you know, the Muslim religion is, like, good and stuff. Like, the way that, you know, they prevent girls from showing their hair and everything like that, because, you know, like, girls go to parties and stuff, right? And then they dress provocatively even while having a boyfriend and shit, right? And I consider that cheating. Even when a guy, like, looks at a girl's boobs and shit, right? That's provocatively looking at the girl's, you know, shit. And I consider that cheating, right? So, like, that guy doesn't deserve to, you know, he deserves a fist to the face, you know, type shit. You know, that's power manifestation and shit.
Absolutely.
So that's the thing. Like, I feel like I like that about the Muslim. You wear the hijabs and shit, right? You can't even show anything of your body. Like, motherfuckers really be getting persecuted, even in Dubai and shit. Like,
I actually want to go back to the frat boys, right? And Adrian, answer this, right? Me and Danny, we're not in any frats, right? Do you think 50% of those frat brothers are working the amount of hours and making the amount of money that me and Danny are making?
Absolutely not.
Fuck no.
Absolutely not.
50% of those.
If there was a sheet of the productivity, like if there was like an efficiency rate, me and Danny skyrocket the fuck out of like 80% of those motherfuckers. Are you fucking? I make almost $1,000 every fucking week after taxes. After taxes, bro. I almost make as much as my mom. and she has a degree, and she went to school. I'm a freshman in college, just starting, and I'm making almost as much money as my fucking mom. Okay? And I'm getting my own place. Like, this is. Just imagine when I'm 25, when I'm done with bachelor's and med school. Well, it's 26, 27, around there. But I'm gonna be set for life at that point.
Yeah.
It's just a big deal.
Yeah,
It's a big deal.
it's very true.
So, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, it's just that, like, yeah, that's the thing, is that the Matrix will literally consume 50% of those frat guys that are currently in frats. And you know why? Because the alcohol, the weed, the everything like that, right? It's gonna mess their brain up so much, right? And then I'm gonna skyrocket like a bullet in the freaking sky. And
What are you talking
I'm gonna be doing really freaking well and stuff. They're gonna see me with like all these girls and stuff, right? And at the same time, I'm inviting them to a mansion house, right? That's why I be telling girls, it's like, yo, like, you guys should come to my house instead of the frat house, because my house is actually clean, right? I got a nice bed, I got a nice car and shit, right? That's most important, because then you're around clean energy and stuff.
Sanitation.
Yeah.
Right.
Because the hood, that's where the diseases are at, you know. So like the low key parties.
Are the best.
So like that's the thing, Adam. I want you to know this, bro. Is that you have to do so much now. You have to find some nerdy ass geek with like a mansion house, right? And you have to like talk to him, be like, listen, I know your wife's cheating on you. I'm gonna invite 20 girls over to your house this weekend, a couple of my boys, right? Let's talk, let's have a fun time, right? So so basically you're feeding into his ego, and like you're helping that socially awkward rich ass motherfucker, right? Kind of experience life a little bit more. Because a lot of rich people, they're really fucking depressed, and like I wanna like let them know how to, you know, get out of that like loophole and stuff. Is that you need like, you know, more girls in your life and, you know, type stuff.
So I actually, you know, I'm gonna go a little bit off topic. I actually want to talk about in terms of the brotherhood within us, within Richard, and them. I don't think people understand the shit we would do for each other. People, they think they know, they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people can be friends, this and that. We're, I think, more than friends. I feel like we're literally an entity together.
Yeah.
We just live in different bodies, but I feel like we all share common goals and dreams.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like we would do anything for you. Like, I would kill for both of you. That's
Yeah,
not-
like, you know, Adam called me one time, and like he was talking about this girl that was trying to accuse him of stuff. Like, and I started screaming and stuff. Like, accuse you of what and stuff, right? Because it's like I started screaming and stuff, and like people, they're like, yo, like this guy is not to be fucked with and shit, right? Like, if you have a voice for yourself, if you have that in yourself, then you will
No, yeah, and I'll explain it.
elevate
I mean, I'll
yourself.
explain the situation. I'm not gonna name who it is, but basically, this happened at Rutgers on Libby, and it was in the towers. I had an argument with somebody. I like grabbed her arm once, like literally like this. I said, "Hey, can we talk?" Something like that. And then hours later, apparently, I'm gonna get accused of like sexual assault or some shit. I mean, it's just crazy the world we live in. Not saying all women are bad. Not saying that. I think there are select few that try to take advantage of some situations and blow it out of proportion, because I did not do anything terrible.
Mhm.
There are a lot worse men
Yeah.
that actually have bad intentions of hurting women. I'm not one of them. So, yeah, that was very unfair, but it is what it is, and we move on. Period.
Yeah. No, but yeah, that's just the thing, is that, you know, you have to just like, you know, continue making connections and stuff, and like, you know, elevate your mindset and stuff, and you know, that's what I mean, that's what I noticed and stuff. You know, I started hanging around like more attractive girls, pretty girls, and everything like that, and you know, it kind of just like makes me feel better. That's it.
But yeah, I agree. But at the end of the day, I think that no matter what, you need to always become a better version of yourself because that's the only way people can respect you. If you're on your ass jerking off playing video games, you have nothing. You're not accomplishing anything. You're not pursuing. You're not going forward in life. You know, and not everybody needs to go to college. There are other ways to be successful. I just think that college is one of the better ways that puts you in a position to make money.
Yes.
But I'm not saying that, you know, you can't come out of school.
And you can go to college for free and shit, you know what I mean? Like,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Especially based on income, you know, there's ways. Sometimes you gotta break a couple rules. I'm not even
You get scholarships and stuff, yeah.
I'm not gonna get into. I'm not even talking about that. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
I know.
There's ways of doing some things, and sometimes some rules have to be broken.
Mm-hmm.
You know, have I broken some rules? Yeah. I'm not gonna name them. No.
Yeah.
But you know, it is what it is.
Because yeah, the freaking
I'm
because
just only gonna say
the
that.
government is very corrupt, yo. The government is very corrupt. Like I feel like a person, like let's say that like they're the only person in their family, and then like they like die and stuff, right? The government just takes their money.
Yeah.
Yeah, the government just takes their money and stuff. So it's like, you know, that's why some of these girls, they're like marrying these like 90-year-old guys and stuff. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, you got no family, you're lonely and stuff. You know, here.
And then she takes all the money when he dies.
Yeah, yeah.
It's really disgusting. I think it's wrong.
Marriage is so horrible because men are the ones that make most of the money, but then when a divorce
Usually,
occurs,
not all the time.
yeah, usually,
Generally.
but
yes.
but like when a divorce occurs, a girl has the ability to take 50% of the money, right? Didn't that happen to Jeff Bezos? She was like, I demand 100 billion from you just for being your
100 billion.
Like
She's
she,
the world's richest
100 billion.
like
That's
she
fucked.
wasn't the one who founded Amazon. Like she ain't do none of that shit.
No.
Right? She just finessed that guy, right?
Yeah.
You know, I could say comfortably that, like, and no girl could probably finesse me like that, but that's really down bad. Like, that's actually really down bad. Like, $100 billion is really fucking big. But, yeah.
It is really fucked up, and I feel really sorry.
Because I have girls that, like, they pay for my dinner and stuff. Like, I pick them up and stuff. It's like fair game and stuff, fair play, you know what I mean? You got it, you know, that's fair.
Yeah, so I think that was a very good conversation, but just a lot of things. That's the things off our chest, for sure.
No, but you want to say something else? No?
Can we bring some questions in this?
Yeah,
I
sure.
mean, what do you have to say?
You know, I want to ask you two, you know, like, what would you ask your, like, past self, like, probably 5 years ago? Any advice for your younger selves?
I would just tell him to be ready, because there's a lot of shit that's gonna happen. And he needs to be strong, and can't give a fuck about feelings. So you have to keep going. Doesn't matter what's going on.
Because that's the thing, like you manifest that, and like eventually you become an emotionless man, right?
Yes.
You,
and I think that's the best version you can become.
yeah. The universe, they're gonna give you pain and everything like that, right? You're gonna go through pain, and you know, there's like some people
Because here's the thing
they
about
get injured.
here's the thing about men, right? In terms of success, we have feelings too, right?
Mhm.
Things that in society, the norm is men are not supposed to be as emotional as women.
Mhm.
We're supposed to be the macho man and stuff like that, right? Which all three of us are. So the problem or the barriers are not what you think. The barriers of success in terms of men is actually emotions.
Mhm.
Because once, and I'm not even talking about girls, forget about that. Once you don't care about what other people tell you or about how people think or how people are going to view you, but you keep your mind on the focus, nothing is going to stop you. I think that is the scariest version of a human. A person that is emotionless, knows what he wants, and has goals, and actually does the fucking work. Because who is gonna, at that point, he's gonna do whatever. He's gonna do everything.
Mhm.
Like me, I put my head down, I knew what I wanted, did it. I had these connections in the hospitals. Over the summer, I could work at Hoboken if I so choose to,
Mhm.
at an orthopedic center. Like, bro, my life is I'm starting to kind of sense what I'm gonna be doing the next 10 years, and it's kind of beautiful.
Anything is possible.
Absolutely.
Anything is possible.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, that's the thing is that like, you just gotta like know how to finesse the matrix and stuff. It's very important. What else did I want to say? Like, you know, like yeah, if somebody tries to inflict any small pain on you, you gotta fight. You gotta fight that shit direct on like a bull. Defend your reputation, defend yourself, and you know, just have that warrior spirit inside of you. And like, yeah, just like understand that.
Absolutely.
You know. What else was I gonna say? I feel like I've encountered many girls in my life in the past and stuff that have just like done me wrong and stuff, right? And you know, it's just so freaking weird. Those girls are just extremely freaking weird and stuff, right? Like some girls they like gangsters and stuff, right? But then those gangsters aren't gonna get them any money, right? Why are they in it for that? Like why are they in it for like the gangster spirit and stuff? Like why
I
don't
think that nowadays some girls just like the idea of the bad guy, a guy that doesn't give a fuck about them. But, and I'm saying some, but I feel like a majority of them eventually come to their senses and they realize they fucked up. Now, does that mean that they're going to be taken back by the men? Hopefully not. Because
I feel like it's
the men
false.
should have respect for themselves.
I feel like it's false power. I feel like it's like false power that
What the gangsters getting real? Yeah.
yeah, I feel like the girls they see the power, but it's false power. And I feel like false power is important is that, you know, they like just shooting around and shooting guns is just not like important. You know? It's like you need to do better things. You know.
So how big do you think this beard can get?
I don't know, bro, just blow it out.
Yeah. It's going to be like a ladder. You know?
Yeah.
The
But you should like take care of it a little bit.
Yeah.
You should like make it like more like smooth or something.
Yeah.
Cause right now it just looks like poofy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like a.
Like I'll be like my hair sometimes gets poofy and shit. I moisturize that shit so like it kind of keeps it grounded a little bit. Like right now, if I didn't put anything in it, right, it would just look dry. But you know that goes into like taking care of yourself. If your hands are dry, moisturize them and shit. Motherfuckers be out here with ashy hands. It's like
Ashy hands.
I
It's
try to
crazy.
see that.
Yeah, fucking motion,
Yeah.
that shit. Fucking some motion shit, yeah.
So, is that all, or is there more to say?
You covered the main topic.
There's a lot of things that we could then talk about. There's other things. Let's bring your foods. Oh shit.
So, I'm trying to tell us, you're telling me that Andrew Tate got released, is that what it's true?
Yeah.
He got released?
His brother did.
Oh, but he didn't.
Right.
Oh, okay, his brother did. Because Tristan, he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be a little bit nicer, you know. And then like he gets released and shit. No, but Tristan, like, he's not the evil mind. I don't think Tristan's like the evil mind.
It's Andrew.
It's Andrew, yeah. He Andrew sparks that demon inside of Tristan. He's like, I'm gonna follow him because that's my brother. I'm gonna be loyal and shit, right? So it's like I feel like that's also important and stuff. Is that like let's say like Gia, or I don't know, just a girl or just a girl and stuff, right? If she's really with me,
Yeah.
I gotta make sure that she is down to like really pray for me and like pray for my success and stuff and like do it in like a genuine way where, you know, it's gonna put me in a position of top power where you're not snaking me out and shit. Now, you know, I feel like some people they just have to be patient sometimes, you know, for that power to come to them. But I think that, you know, eventually it just like comes to them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so it's just like there's limitless possibilities. We live in America, you know. So that's the thing.
I'm just saying this up. It's nice, bro.
Andrew Tate, like he's getting free from like the Elsa basement.
Yeah.
Some chicken, right? Nah, but no seriousness. I mean, I think people make life seem very difficult when it's not. Life is very simple, especially surrounded by the right people. Just put your head down and do work.
You know, I feel like that's the thing is that like people like for me and shit is that like I could be like a very variable person is that like one day I could be extremely sad, right? But then like another day I could be extremely happy. Like this is the thing about me is that like during the summer I tend to like my mood is like very high and stuff. During the winter it's kind of like lower and stuff. I tend to be more of like a closed off person in winter, right? So like, you know, living in Florida and stuff, right? It's actually like being in an environment where it's always warm and sunny and stuff, it definitely sets a bigger mood on you.
Beneficial mental health, absolutely.
Yeah, because the sunshine it like shines and shit, and that affects your like dopamine levels. It puts them up and stuff. Humans are naturally like made for the sun. Yeah. So shit. Nah, but you know, like you could literally like, there's some people, right? Like they start cleaning roofs and shit, and then like you know they succeed and stuff. There's some people they start cleaning roofs and then they just like, the first day on the job they just fall off the roof. You know that's why you gotta be like. You gotta be stable. You have to know how to coordinate yourself.
Why are you guys laughing?
Someone's tearing your roofs.
Front door.
Another guy kid.
I work on the roof, I fall down. It's like saying, I work at the pool, I
Whoa. You know, but it's just like, you know, that's the thing is that like if
I gotta go
sometimes.
to the airport soon.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, so which airport are you going to?
Newark.
No, because like that, like when you work in a group of people, then it's like if you move in a group, then girls find you more attractive, right? Like that's the important thing about it is that like if you're sometimes you're by yourself and stuff, right? Girls they don't really find you attractive, but like if you're like actively socializing with men, right, and you're like getting along with them and stuff, right, that makes you look attractive and stuff. Like the girls like she's like curious about what you're on about, right? She wants to continue the conversation with you.
Yes.
So, yeah. You know the dwarf at the MSU frat, yo. I wonder how many girls he gets.
Oh, he probably gets a lot. Bro. Every time I'm at that party, I see this man trying to talk up with these couple of girls and shit. He like grabs her hand, kisses them on like right here and shit. I don't know how he does it. Like I wonder if like one of the frat guys like try to help him, like bring like a dwarf girl and shit. Like try to get a dwarf girl.
Yeah, I really wonder if he's ever like met another dwarf.
Like dwarf girl, like in the nah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Probably probably down to hook up to.
If they got a dwarf in there, they might as well put a dog in there. Like, you know what I mean? Like a big ass dog. Because dogs are like heavier than dwarfs, right? Yeah.
I don't know where that's coming from.
Uh-huh.
Adrian, what's going on, sis? Whoa. It's a very loud moment. I can't believe Richard the cigarettes. He took that as a sage. It's fucking bullshit, bro.
And then he gets caught over there, bro. Like,
He said it was water, right?
like, no, yeah, what did he say? It was like no cranberry juice. He was like, it's
He said it was,
cranberry.
but wasn't it clear?
Yeah, no, it was it looked like Cambridge. My dad tried it, he grabbed the drink.
He's
He took us before Richard could even drink it too. So Richard didn't even get a chance to drink his own
couldn't
drink.
even drink it, bro.
He didn't even get a chance to drink it, to try the drink he made. My dad tried it before him.
So what if your dad was drunk?
It's like it's no alcohol and stuff. Like I'm surprised he didn't even yell at any of us. But like the next day, like
So he's not allowed to come in?
it's not that he's not allowed to come here anymore. It's that like my dad, he told him right at his face, like I lost respect for you and stuff.
Damn, so
Yeah.
not the sage. It's like
Yeah.
a spiritual way. I love Richard, bro.
But yeah, Richard's all love, bro. He's my brother and shit, bro.
That's why you just gotta like stay sober and stuff. Donald Trump was never in a frat, actually. You know that, right? He never joined one.
He doesn't drink.
Yeah, he doesn't drink at all, and you know he's literally the second like
Not
most.
even lying, right?
I think he's the second most influential person in the world right now. Like he's not the richest, but he's like the most influential and stuff.
Who's the
right?
most influential? It's not Satan, man. You gotta take him down, bro.
I think.
Elon Musk?
Yeah, I think so.
Probably.
Might be, yeah. But yeah, like they all have like an outsider mindset and stuff, and like you know they all work very hard and stuff, and I think that no Elon Musk though, like that's what I respect about him, and I feel like I do something similar to Elon Musk is that if you are going to parties and maybe like at least try to find a way to make money somewhat because Elon Musk he was part of a frat, and the frat that he was part of he made a bunch of money by just like, he ran a nightclub out of his house and he charged a bunch of people like 10, 15, I don't fucking know how much money, but he charged a bunch of people money and that's how he was able to pay for the rent and make money for himself on top of that. But then he had to be the leader of that frat in order to do that type of stuff, so that's like leader status and stuff, so that's pretty good. Yeah. But yeah, it's just that like these girls, they're not gonna be loyal no matter what, and you have to let them know that you are just like a strong man at the end of the day, and you know, that's it. You know, if you work out, like Adam said, like you know, you work a lot, you work out, and the universe will put things into your life, special things, and that's it. So it's just like it's always important to be around powerful people and stuff. You know? So,
Of course, yeah.
but then it's like sometimes like I think about some people that do like drugs every day, like they smoke weed every day or they do these type of things, and like I feel like you know in the future like you know they wouldn't be able to match the same energy level as me because they're nerfing themselves like inside of the Matrix, right? They're nerfing their brain pathways and the natural frequency of the vibration of the brain. You take a look at like a person that uses drugs and stuff, right? The colors, the brain activity is smaller than a person that doesn't use drugs, and because the person that doesn't use drugs, they go through a lot of stress and pain, right? When they're sober, and then when they eventually see the light, right? That's God.
Stronger.
That's God rewarding them with strength, right? So like not using drugs is a big strength for people, right? Because you know you're gonna go through pain no matter what, but like that's the perseverance aspect of it. Is that you know that's it. You got to think into the future sometimes, and I'll be thinking about some people, and they seem like very positive people and very cool people, but I think into the future sometimes, and I think maybe those people wouldn't be like successful in the future because of the decisions that they're making right now, and you know that's why I'd be always trying to find ways to make more money and stuff, and that's the most important. You got to be an inspiration to others. That's why I get angry and stuff, right? I have a voice, right? So you got to use that to your potential. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a great talk, guys. Like we gotta head out.
Because there was like a girl, and like she said, like she used to go to parties, and now she's like 40 years old, works at Costco. You know, she you know stocks the shelves and stuff, right? college dropout, you know, absolute matrix activity. Half of the frat boys are gonna get nerfed after college. They're gonna get absolutely no bitches, right? So all the bitches are gonna come to them in their youth, and they're gonna get no bitches in the future, and that's absolutely fucking sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah. So I gotta go, guys. It was nice. This is really nice.
Alright.
Great talk.
I'm just catch y'all when I come back, right?
Yeah, bro. I'm in Florida, bro. I don't know. I might.
We got two